Well, this seems to be the end of YouTube. Um, they have another apocalypse coming, which is COPA apocalypse. FTC rules to start demonetizing creators beginning in 55 days. And so this is going to affect not only creators but viewers too, because you're going to essentially, by the way this looks, you're going to get videos from mainstream. And that's what they wanted. That, of course, that's what they wanted. Their ratings are horrific. And I'm not just talking about news. I'm talking about mainstream, Disney and all of these things, which I'm not sure why anybody's not. We should all be boycotting Disney at this point with what they've done with the ABC, with the Epstein cover-up situation, being that Disney owns ABC, and that's definitely not their only time that they've ever had pedo cover-up situations. Like their former vice president, just about 6 months ago, was arrested for those type of things. But let me explain. So what this is going to do, it's going to affect, it's supposedly for protecting children from getting personalized ads, which, yeah, I would agree with if there was actually a way to do that. But of course there isn't. Because we know that AI doesn't really work in the way that people think that it works. It just doesn't. And they've even tested this by having people turn off their what's called personalized ads box, which honestly I didn't even know existed. But so I guess the personalized ads would send more, advertising toward your base. Like if you have a lot of men watching your videos, you're going to get videos directed toward men. If you have kids, it's supposedly going to be, I guess it was the toys, and it was directing these kids. I don't know. It's a whole freaking mess. But it's really bad. Like, this is the worst adpocalypse ever, and I'm sure they're ecstatic about it. This is what they've been waiting for, and it's horrific. It's no longer YouTube. They should just go ahead and call it TheyTube, because that's what it's become. So the FTC it amended COPA, broadening the scope to expand the definition of operators to include creators, which are YouTube people like myself. But we know who this is going to affect. We know exactly who it's going to affect. It's going to affect all the small people. Because, see, the big people, they already have sponsorships. Like I was talking about that one YouTuber that pushes conspiracy. He pretends to be a truther. Just sold a makeup palette called the Conspiracy Theory palette, and they made about $20 million off of this makeup palette, which sold out in one day. So those aren't the people that that are going to be affected by this, because they have sponsorships. They are sponsored by all kinds of people. Now, they will have to start saying that, oh, by the way, I'm sponsored by this channel, and that's why are sponsored by this company, which I agree they should have always been doing. And technically, they always should have been doing that. If they're doing like an unboxing video where they're showing you a new piece of technology or whatever, and they're supposed to say that they were paid to give this review, which a lot of people don't do, especially in kid videos. And so even, you're probably thinking it's just kids. How's that going to affect you? Let me explain. I'm sure you've all watched videos that maybe expose like celebrity stuff, like a singer, like maybe they're part of the those people. So just putting that in your content, if you're talking about whoever the singers are, I don't know, Adele or Cardi B, whatever, those are going to be considered kid-directed videos. If you are a gaming channel and you are doing a video about gaming stuff that is, you know, rated E for everyone, you're going to be considered putting out content towards children. And the bad thing is, it could definitely affect things like Antarctica. It can affect things like talking about history. How we, you know, like I've done videos about, well, this may have happened in history. They could deem that because it's going to be AI and it's going to be from people in India or whatever that don't know what we're talking about. You know, they have those paid people that work in those big work centers and they just do things like that all day. And so they're not going to know. They're going to be like, oh, okay, this looks like a map, so it could be directed toward children. You know, they might be looking up for a school project, so that's for children. So, first of all, YouTube threw us under the bus, absolutely, which definitely makes me believe that they are very happy with this because they're not going to have to worry about anything. And guess what? If you don't put this personalized checkbox, you, as a creator, me, just a regular person, and it happens to go out to a personalized ad, you can be fined up to $42,000 per video. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't even know what I'm going to do. I mean, I already don't make very much. I mean, maybe a month I make like $200 or $300, but it definitely helps. But why is anybody going to spend so much time doing research and doing these things if we're just going to be completely screwed over? You know, some people are lucky they already have 30,000 subscribers and they can have, you know, their little join button. And I feel that this is going to help push more pieces of crap, pushing piece of crap information like they've been doing. You know, so people, a lot of people commented, you know, why do you waste your time exposing these people? We can figure it out on our own or whatever. No, most people can't. No, they cannot. And I'm going to tell you why. One of the people in our community, Phil McConnell from Able Danger, was just arrested for it, whatever it was for. But it all happened whenever he started believing what these other fools were pushing. I'm not going to say anybody was innocent on the situation, but like Timothy Homseth and Daniel John Lee and all of these morons that are false prophets that actually have said that they believe they're prophets or they believe they're saving children and all of this craziness, that's why I expose these people. Because I don't want innocent people getting wrapped up in this crap. But, so I'm sure that I don't know what's going to happen. It's about 55 days away when they're going to start it, and I already do so much research, although people seem to think that I don't and just put rude comments, but I'd rather not focus on the rude people. I mean, I have a Patreon account, but honestly, I mean, they take a pretty big chunk out of that. YouTube, you know, with the super chats, they take like 30%. I guess it kind of makes you understand why people sell out. You're going to see a lot more selling out. I don't know how, I mean, it's already pretty bad. But, This is insane. The enforcement action isn't happening to protect kids from all ads. Nickelodeon and Disney Channel run content-based ads all day long while abiding by the Children's Television Act. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. And they don't put any weird subliminal messages behind any of their ads. That's crazy. They would never do that. I don't understand why people watch mainstream crap on YouTube. That was never the point of YouTube. It's called YouTube, not TheyTube. So the FTC is asking for public comments about its enforcement of COPPA, including the 2013 changes, blah, 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 blah. So, I honestly don't know, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. So, anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Like, share, and subscribe.